Welcome back to Behind the Vocals. This week we're joined by Terry from Salem Trials. It's an amazing episode where we talk about anime, video games, imagery and songs, vocals, lyrics, and much, much more. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. All right, we are joined by the one and only Terry of Salem Trials. Sir, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. What about you?
Doing well, and really appreciate you coming on. I'm stoked to chat with you. I have to say, a new single is how I was introduced to you guys, and it blew me away. I'm really dug it, and yeah, stoked to really dive into your discography and kind of go back and see what you guys got and what you guys have coming out going forward.
Well, going forward, not too sure.
Yeah, don't say anything.
We're kind of in writing mode right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice,
so
nice.
we'll see what comes out of this, but yeah.
How long have you guys been with you guys with Seek and Strike, correct?
Yeah.
How long have you been with them?
We've joined, well, whenever I joined the band, that's when they got signed with Seek and Strike, so around that time.
Okay.
So that was like 3 years ago, I think.
Nice. Seek and Strike's got some good bands. We were actually just chatting about one of them. Waste, I believe, is on there still. Yeah. And there's a nice little lineup.
Oh, yeah.
What is the Bay the Kraken? Is that the name that I'm thinking
I'm
of?
not sure.
You're not sure. There's several on there, but they have a nice roster. But what I like to do to kind of start the episode is kind of give you a floor, and those that are not as familiar, just let you tell a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. My name's Terry. I'm the vocalist for Salem Trials. I've been in Salem Trials for 3 years now. I've been doing vocals for like 7 years or so, something like that.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. Pretty much it.
It's such a sick name for a band too, Salem Trials.
Yeah, I dig it.
I really like it. That's as a big horror movie fan and stuff. Like I read that, I was like, oh man, that's such a good name.
Yeah, I'm really into horror movies too. Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, we talked about derailing. I got to derail right away. What's kind of like what's your like top three if you had to pick three right now?
Ooh,
I know I'm putting you on the spot.
Probably The Witch at the top.
Oh, very nice.
I really enjoyed the remake of Nosferatu.
Yeah.
That shit it was really good.
Yeah.
And maybe like Saw 3.
Okay.
At the third position.
Okay. Why the third Saw in particular? I'm curious.
I think it's the best one out of all of them, like to me personally, and I mean, the series is just amazing. Like, the Saw series is so good.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I watched the first one, just like him getting up at the end. And spoilers, if you haven't seen Saw at this point, people, I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, like he got up at the end. I was like, oh my God, that's so good. That is a good series. That's a really good series. I'm a huge Halloween fan, so I have to put Halloween up at my number one. And then I love Trick or Treat. And then, I don't know what my third would be. Probably a Wolfman. But not the new Wolfman. Did you watch it?
No, not yet.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not a bad movie. It's just not what I would think of for Wolfman. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
But I agree, Nosferatu was great. I really liked it. That was really good.
I feel like it's really easy to get disappointed at horror movies.
Yeah.
It's like really hit or miss, right?
Yeah, especially when you do remakes and like titles that have already been out, and you kind of get accustomed to like how things are, or, like the way characters are.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I just don't do well with change. Maybe that's my problem. Like I'm like, oh no. Oh man, horror movies. It's that time of the year too. I binge way too much. But Witch is a great one. Witch is what is the director? Is that it's a popular director now, and I can't think of who it is. That's not who did Nosferatu, is it?
I don't know.
Eggers? Was it him? Or I don't think it's the other dude that did
Yeah, it's Robert Eggers.
Oh, nice. He did Lighthouse, Nosferatu, and Witch, and then he's doing a werewolf movie with what's that dude's name? He was in 28 Years Later. He's been in a bunch of stuff. Aaron Taylor something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, horror nerd out here. I mean, I love that stuff. Okay. So you've been doing vocals, you said 7 years?
Yeah.
Nice. What made you become inspired to get into doing vocals? Like, what got you into it?
Um. Well, before learning how to do vocals, I wasn't really listening to metal that much. Like I was listening to like Metallica and like
Yeah.
Disturbed and like 3 Days Grace, shit like that. But like there was one of my friends, cool, and he was like, dude, you gotta listen to this band and whatever. And I was like, dude, I don't like it when they scream. It's like just like I just don't like it, you know? And
Yeah.
he was like, dude, you gotta come to like one show, and then if you still don't like it, it's fine. And he brought me to Bless the Fall concert, and I just got fucking addicted to that thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just like I was like I gotta learn how to do that. It was so cool. The ambience was so nice, and
What
yeah,
was it that
within
hooked you at the
like
metal show? Like, was it just the energy, or like what
yeah,
kind of?
the energy. And it's not like it's not even the Bless the Fall set that got me like that deep into it. It was like one of the opening band, and I'm like I feel like criminal not remembering their name, but like there was like four people in the room like when they were playing, you know?
Yeah.
And me and my friends, we were just like moshing, and we were the four people basically. And like the screamer got down, and he got us in circle like this, and he was just like screaming the breakdown and shit. And I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I made it my mission to learn how to scream.
Okay. Yeah, the energy is infectious. I was actually talking about this last episode. I remember I'll never forget like I wasn't really into like I kind of was on like the gateway of like heavier stuff, but I hadn't got into like the full went down the rabbit hole of like the heavy stuff, you know, like I was on the
Yeah.
cusp. And some friends were like, "Hey, let's go to a show. It's an underground show." We went and this I was in awe of the energy and just the crowd and everything. I was like, "Wow, this is completely different than what I'm used to. This is amazing." And it's
Nothing
yeah,
like it.
as soon as it had its hooks in me right away, and then especially performing after that, like being on stage with it, that energy is just there's nothing like it. It's
Yeah.
insane. Nice. So I see some instruments in the background. Did you play any other instruments before vocals?
Yeah. Well, I was playing guitar. I got a few there.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I've been playing guitar for like 13 years, something like that.
Okay.
Um, but I've never really been like, playing metal that much.
Yeah.
Um, the guys in Salem Trials are just like crazy good compared to me. Um, yeah. Well, it's always fun to pick up the guitar and just like play, you know.
Yeah. So we're gonna have you riffing a little bit with them, maybe. You can help them write a little bit.
Well, sometimes I try to, but it's like I just see them like play shit. And it's like, oh, I got this idea, and it's like whatever, and the bass is just like fucking slapping whatever, and I'm just there like I know power chords and shit, you know. So I can't play that shit.
Metal guitars are insane. Like if you
Yeah,
watch,
yeah,
it's crazy. I always say like to me watching like a metal drummer or metal guitarist or something. If you took them out of metal, they could probably play like any genre because the stuff that you have to play and the speed and the technicality in most metal stuff is wild.
dude. Good thing we're not a prog band because I would lose all hope. I'm telling you, yeah.
They're wild. That's man, gotta love it. Okay, so went to a show, got inspired. How did you learn how to do vocals? What did you do? Did you just start screaming in a car, like, or what? Went on the internet, like what was your origin of it? I guess.
Um, went on internet,
Okay.
started looking at videos online, tutorials and shit. Got discouraged a lot.
It's easy to do.
like most people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's so much like conflicting information about vocals online. It's like, well, this video tells me to do that thing, but then I got to that video and they're telling me never do this thing. And it's
Yep.
like, fuck, which one do I listen to? And I was like, for a lot of like for a while, like months, I was like, maybe they're like really quiet, but it's the microphone that makes them like really loud. And it's like, so then I would like try stuff at school, like in the auditorium.
Yeah.
with the microphones, and I was like, oh shit, that's not it. Yeah, I just like, screamed in the car, you know, wherever people would not hear me
Yeah.
practice that, because it's like really annoying. Yeah.
You were lucky you were in the age of like you had the stuff on the internet. Like I've talked about
Oh
this
yeah.
before. Whenever I started, there was maybe a few YouTube videos here and there, but they were not necessarily like great videos. It
Yeah.
was rough. No one really knew how to like explain what they were doing, and I got lucky and found the Zena screaming after a
Yes.
while, and that's I'll never forget watching it the first time. I was just like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, none of this makes any sense. Because I'm over here just yelling, trying to figure out like how not to hurt myself where I can talk afterwards.
Yeah.
And I finally started like implementing some of her tricks, and it was like my aha moment. I did like the over the pencil where like you're acting like you're screaming over a pencil. And I remember like
Mm-hmm.
finishing a song, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think I understand like what you're telling me to do now. And then of course like breath support and all that. But
Mm-hmm.
that there used to be, and that's kind of why I started this, because I always would nerd out on like behind the scenes and like how bands do this, how bands do that, or like band documentaries or anything. And anything vocal related, I feel like there used to definitely not be a lot of it. Now there's more vocal centers and like institutes and like teachers and stuff like that and courses. But it's really interesting to me to hear how people started and like what people do, and like everyone's different. How you do your stuff is going to be vastly different from a guest, like 3 or 4 episodes ago. There may be
Yeah.
like similarities, but it's really cool. And yeah, you were lucky to have the wealth of knowledge. It's definitely way more plentiful now than it used to be. It used to be the Wild West out there, just yelling and trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, Melissa Cross is still like a very good source,
Yes,
to learn how to do that stuff. Definitely a
she
pioneer in like good um practices, I
yeah
guess,
she figured
when
out
it
her
comes to
niche
streaming.
and backed it up with science and stuff early. Like she figured out,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean she's like you said, she's a pioneer of it. Like she kind of without her, a lot of us would be lost. I mean she's helped.
Well, a
I don't
lot
know
of us
how many
would
people at this
lose
point.
their voice all the time.
Yeah, I mean
But
that's
that's the cool thing. Like you were saying, like everybody learns a different way.
yes,
Like that's such a cool thing about metal vocals. It's just like, since you can't really see what's happening, everybody kind of approaches it a different way. So you get like all these different colors, all these different
yes.
types of screams, and we find new sounds every day because people learn their way how to do it. That's so cool.
I love hearing it. To me, it's fascinating, like how you'll go about getting your voice ready and what you have to do, and we'll touch on all that here shortly. Is vastly different than some people. Like I have some more like older school people, and they're just like, I just go yell every night. I'm like, well, you're doing something right because you're not blowing your voice out. And they were playing like 200 plus shows a night, or not a night, a year on tour, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's cool how what works for what people. Some people honey or tease, and some people do like a vocal mist, and there is just some don't do
Hmm.
anything. They just go with it, and it
Yeah.
works. I mean, it's crazy, but it's really cool, and it's everybody is different, so there's no set. Hey, you have to do this. There's just tips that you can try, and it's ultimately what works for you, like warm ups, vocal care, even how you scream. Like it's really cool. It's fun.
Hmm.
It's also very
Yeah.
stressful.
Oh yeah.
You always use the not like you can't restring your voice. You're kind of just at the mercy of what's going on.
Oh yeah. It's like your instrument
Yeah.
will suddenly decide to be off tune for
Oh,
the day.
just
You
wake
got
up
to
and
deal
it's
with it.
jacked up.
Yeah. Just happens.
It's fun stuff. The fun of being a vocalist.
Yeah.
All right. So when you were learning in your car and everything, what were some early mistakes you made?
Um, I guess like the classic stuff, like, over projecting and then not projecting enough, or like engaging like parts that shouldn't be engaged in the scream,
Yeah.
trying to push the distortion someplace to achieve something that should be like you shouldn't push it this way to achieve it. But
Yeah.
it's like it's so difficult, you know. And all the terms are like not really clear to achieve techniques either. Like, you know, like tunnel throat isn't made in the throat, but you got to figure that out by yourself. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like all that stuff is like just a bunch of mistakes along the way. But it's always been about like I don't fear doing like making mistakes, I guess, because like making mistakes is like the only way to growth and like learning and
Yep.
stuff. So it's like about tracking your mistakes, I guess, and then try to fix them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely easy. I feel like probably the most common is like you said, the over like projecting and like pushing too hard, if you will, trying to, you know,
Yeah.
add that distortion or add the extra oomph to it, and you know, that's definitely probably the most common one of it. Just learning
Hmm.
all that. Was there a moment where it kind of all started to click for you? Were you kind of like an aha moment?
Um, I don't think I can remember if there was like a big like. I don't think so. But I remember how I felt whenever I unlocked it, because that's the funny thing about vocals, right? It's like the the curve, the learning curve, that's what I'm looking for. The learning curve is like it's super hard in the beginning, so there's like no progress at all, and then you unlock the screen and like you can learn all the techniques you want because you have like this bass tone unlocked, so you can learn like all that guttural and then like the lows, the distortion placement, the tunnels, like everything, you know. It's like a whole new world, but before that you had nothing. And it's like I always say that it's like trying to teach a blind person what the color yellow is when they've never seen it before. It's like how do you do that, you know? And it's like basically what the tutorials online are trying to do for people who've never screamed, you know? They've never felt it, what it's like to
Yeah.
scream and use proper technique and all of that. So it's like whenever you unlock it, it's like, oh, that's what they meant. Like all these videos make sense now. Yeah.
How is it now whenever you explain to people what you do, like vocals and all? Because to me, it's always fun, especially the people that aren't into our style of music or the genre, you know, and they're like, you just yell and stuff. You're not singing. Like, it's always, to me, it's always a fun conversation. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah. Well, people are like never like saying like that it's like not good or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I only do that. They're more often than not they're just like very curious.
Yeah.
Like they're saying like, but does it hurt? You know,
Yeah.
that's like always the first question. Like your voice should hurt after a show or something like that. And they're like,
Get
no,
the
it
how do you
doesn't.
do that a lot? Like, I don't understand how you make your voice do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's usually just like they don't understand it, like the stuff behind it, you know? Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and then
yeah.
if you do a low in front of them, they're like, "Oh shit, okay."
And then
maybe
they're in
maybe
awe.
it's a lot of technique. Yeah.
All right. So, I have to ask, what is on your background behind you? I'm trying like,
Oh, that's like a bunch of anime art, like
okay.
horror anime art
Anything
that
in
I.
particular?
There's some Berserk in there,
Okay. I mean, I was
but
going to ask, but I am still an anime novice really bad. I know Berserk. So that would have
yeah.
been the only one I would have known to like ask as far as like horror anime.
But most of it I don't know what it is.
Berserk is a dark anime. That
Oh yeah,
is,
it's really dark.
it's
Yeah.
good, but that is. I was told it's dark, and I watched it, and I was like, first I was like, yeah, this isn't that bad. I've seen bloody animes, and then it just, yeah, I was like,
Oh yeah.
okay, yeah, it's getting dark
Yeah.
quick.
I started it this year. I'm reading it right now, and
Oh,
it's
nice.
like in the prologue, you get like a fucking curveball, and you're like, oh shit.
I've heard
you
it's
just
great. The
you
read,
just
like,
feel bad inside after reading like one book in particular. I won't say what happens in there because it's really really dark, but yeah,
it's man, that's a good one
it's
though. That's sick. I
yeah.
like what you did with that wall. That's really really cool.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Routines for vocals. Warming up, all that good stuff. Do you have a routine you use? And does it change depending on like if you're under the weather or if you're going to the studio or tour or even if it's a one-off show?
Um, no, I always warm up the same. Like
Okay.
I warm up for like 35 to 40 minutes
Nice.
usually. I start really slow with like vocalization and stuff, Melissa Cross stuff as well in there. Um, to like throat singing, and then oh yeah, I have to some stretching of like the neck
Yeah.
and like upper body before everything, and then after throat singing, I get to like distortion, warming up and shit. But for tour, um, like I'll take example of last tour. I said I'm still sick, but I got sick on tour during our last tour, and like I was drinking honey, from the bottle. I drank like 20 teas a day, like took like Dayquils and stuff, warmed up like 3 times before every show. Still sounded like shit, but you know, that's the extra steps I had to take to be able to get on stage.
I'm sure it didn't sound as bad as you thought it sounded. I feel like
Yeah, well, that's what people told me, but I was like, dude, this just
that's
sounded so bad.
that I was a perfectionist, so it didn't matter even if it was a good set. I would find something in it that I'm like, I don't like how I hit this, or this didn't come
Yeah,
out like how it didn't have the tone. So I know what you mean. Like it always
yeah,
sounds much worse to us as vocalists than probably the average person in the crowd is gonna be like, oh, that's sick. It sounds great.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always like, they were like, that was really cool. And I was like, no, it wasn't.
I think that's a good thing though. I mean, I know we're our own worst critic, but to me, like, I feel like the fact that we always find something to be better at, like, or you're gonna want to fix, kind of keeps you from being stagnant. And you're always improving. Like you said, you're always learning. You're always trying to like learn from your mistakes. All right, how do I get better at this
Yeah,
kind of thing?
yeah, because that's the fun, like, about all of this is to like the progression and just like working on it until we reach perfection, which we will never
Yeah,
reach.
it's never happened. I accepted that a
Yeah,
long time ago. I'm never gonna be fully happy. I'm always gonna be like, well, could I get that better or meaner or
yeah.
higher or lower or whatever. There's
There's
always something.
so much stuff we can learn and perfect along the way. So, and also I think I forgot to mention, like in preparation and warming up and stuff, hydration, like
Yes.
drinking so much water. Like, I got this bad boy over here, like.
Very important. Hydrate, hydrate,
Hmm.
hydrate. Um, so how long did it take you to kind of like find your voice, if you will? Because I mean, I know a lot of vocalists, starting off, you'll find like vocalists that inspire you that you like Phil Bozeman or Mitch or somebody, that you'll like their vocal style and you may try to like imitate them in a way or like sing along with them and trying to like do what they do. But then after a while, you find what works for you, what fits your range, and like you start building your voice. How long did until that happened for you?
um like at the beginning I was listening a lot to like um Dickie Allen, um CJ McMahon, and like CJ McCreery, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me like maybe 2 years to get like a really good tone that I was satisfied, like in terms of like in comparison with those guys, I guess. But I was like, I was screaming like um 3 hours a day, but practicing like 8 hours a day. I was
Oh
working
wow.
on the road at the time, so I was like whispering the mouth shapes and practicing like all the like like mouth shapes and like distortion placement and stuff, so that at the end of the day I could record what I practiced. And then I got home and I would just listen to it and be like, okay, tomorrow I'm working on this and that. I was like really fucking obsessed with that shit.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, that
It's
was
definitely paid off too. Your vocals are insane. I mean, you
thank
guys,
you.
it's really really sick. Um,
Thank you.
oh, absolutely, man. I'm like I said, I'm generally really stoked for to hear what you guys are working up, and the new song's killer.
Thank you so
It's good
much.
stuff. All right, so you mentioned tea and honey. What else do you do for vocal care?
Um, I guess like hydration and good sleep is like the main thing, and like warming up. Not also not talking too much, like especially on tour.
Which
Like,
is hard to do.
oh yeah, oh yeah, and like not drinking and not smoking, and like I like to do both, and it's like I just like won't allow myself to drink and smoke if I got shows the next day. It's just like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna feel so much worse the next day if I don't have like the best sound possible, you know. So yeah.
The sacrifices.
Oh yeah. And you see like all your other bandmates just like going ham on the booze, and it's like, oh shit, guys, I would love so much to be a part of this, but no, dedicated driver over here.
You kind of have to be. It's crazy. Like we were talking about earlier. It's so finicky what can like affect your voice. Everything from like
Yeah.
overeating before you do vocals to like you said, drinking, smoking, like
Mm.
drinking certain drinks before then. Like it's so much stuff that like they're variables that can mess with you. On top of like, oh, I woke up and I have sinuses or I have a head cold or something like
Yeah.
it. It's crazy.
And it's like you just like reminded me like some food, if you eat it before you're sad, is just gonna mess you up big time. I
Yeah.
had like before playing in Toronto last time we were there, um, I had nachos. Oof, big mistake. Big mistake. I thought I was gonna throw up on stage. It was like so bad.
Yeah.
And I heard some vocalists say in the past, like, "Oh shit, I ate nachos. I don't feel great," and all that. And I was like, it was a natural place we went to. I was like, well, I gotta get the nachos. So, and I just felt every word they said. It's like, oh, bro, this is terrible.
Yeah. It's. I feel like a lot of people like will avoid eating if they can until after the set. I know, which kind of sucks because a lot of time you don't get to eat until late. You know, the sets are
Yeah,
late in the night, or eating as light as they can, just to, I guess, avoid indigestion and like whatever being too full and like all that
yeah.
messes with you.
I feel like my tone is not as good if I don't eat before.
Okay.
Like I feel like, well, in terms of like energy, I guess I'm gonna lack energy a bit
Yeah.
more if I don't eat. But other than that, I don't know what food does to my throat, like my vocal cords and stuff. But like if I feel like my throat is like ugh, not feeling great, and then I have food, usually it's a lot better after.
Okay. I know.
So
Was it a lot of people will avoid like acidic food, like
yeah,
stuff like that to try like I guess messes with the coating on your throat maybe or something. I don't know. I don't know the
I
science behind it. I know there's like I said, everybody's different on what how they approach and hey, this works for me.
yeah, it's just like really depends.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy. It's like all are like we can all do basically the same stuff because we all have like technically the same instrument,
Yeah.
but it's like different enough for like the sounds to be different, and like all the other like things like food and like to be different for everybody. So yeah, it's really interesting to me.
It yeah. It's always a fun thing to ask. I have to ask. I hear from a lot of guests that Canada shows are wild. Is there truth to this?
Some of them.
I hear a lot of people talk about love touring in Canada just because the crowd goes crazy. Like everybody just usually goes wild.
Yeah, well, I feel like it depends on the city and like the bands that are playing that night, but yeah, it can go pretty crazy.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah,
How's your
especially
scene up there in like your city, where you're at, and where the rest of the
Montreal
band's
is
at?
great. Montreal is great. Yeah. Like we've had some like shows that the thing is like about Montreal is like we've had some shows that were like slower, but I feel like it's because it's always because there's like a bigger metal show that night, you know? Like if like the big venue is filled for like Thy Art is Murder and like I don't know, like Alpha Wolf or
Yeah.
whoever. It's like it's not gonna go ham at the underground deathcore show, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's like the only thing going on, then it can get pretty crazy.
Okay.
And I love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it up there. I've heard a lot of good stuff. Um, all right, so we're gonna shift gears a little bit, and I want to ask about lyrics. Where do you pull from for lyrics? Do you go more like real life stuff and like personal stuff, or do you go more like conceptual, or do you kind of mix the two? Like, what's your go to for lyrics?
I take a lot away from like horror movies.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, like horror movies are like big source of inspiration, or like the lore in some like dark universe of video games. It's like I like to pull ideas from there, but mostly like horror movies. I
okay.
feel, yeah,
What
like
what
The
video
Witch we were
games are you
talking
pulling
about.
from?
Um, I like the lore in League of Legends.
Okay, I
Like
am.
in
That's one game I have always avoided playing, just because I'm afraid. I don't know. I'm worried I would get too hooked on it, so I'm just
it's
like,
gonna
no, I refuse
it's
to
gonna
install it.
take your soul, man. You can't you can't
See,
you
that's what I'm
can't
worried
get into it.
about.
You can't get into it.
I'm avoiding. I've avoided it this long. I've never actually played it, so I've done good, and I'm just gonna stay the course best I can.
Yes. Yes, keep doing that. Don't join us. You don't want to be down here.
um, what horror movies are you pulling from?
uh like The Witch is one that I use like a few imagery from just
Which
because
ties in
like
nicely with the band name too. Like it
yeah,
works. It
well,
works perfect.
that's what I'm saying. And like yeah, I don't remember like if there was like another one that was like, but just like things I've seen, and I'm like a big fan of like short horror films, and I've seen like so many of them. It's like stuff I see, like if the imagery evokes something, like, and I'm like, oh, I really love like what they did here. I'm gonna try to do a play on word with
Okay,
something I saw or whatever. Yeah.
nice. I like it. I like it. So you're gonna kind of stay within that like horror realm for like lyrics going forward, as far as like the band, to kind of keep the, I guess, the theme, if you will.
Probably. It just fits so well
Yeah.
with the type of music we're doing. And it's also like I guess we're doing like horror music, like in a sense. Like metal to me is like that kind of genre. So like I'm trying to have like the not the most disgusting stuff, but like having disgusting or gross or violent imagery in my lyrics, I think it's pretty cool. But I feel like for our most recent songs, we've been more into like just being rude and like insulting people.
That works too.
Which I kind of like too, because like if I do those songs live, I just really feel like yelling at the people in front of me,
Which usually
which
makes
are
them go even crazier.
oh yeah, they like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like you to insult them.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Okay. Do you have a lyricist that you look up to or admire, like their work or anything?
Um, lyricist, maybe not, because I don't think I really read the lyrics of like other bands and like their songs and stuff. But like vocalists, I definitely look up to them in terms of like um how they map out vocals
Yeah.
and like the timing and like the transitions between techniques and how like they connect some words and like all that stuff. I find it very very cool, and it's like the part um that I find like the where I can apply like the creativity and everything, you know, how I will connect those words, how I will say these words, like um and make it all fit together with the rest of the instruments. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Who are some of those vocalists?
Definitely Dickie Allen for that. He's
Okay.
like really, really good. Also like Will Ramos is like I really like his the way he does the accent for his lows. Who else? I mean, hmm, probably Ben Dewar.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Great choices. I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The big boys.
The big boys. Absolutely. Okay, so since we're on vocalist conversation, I like to ask this question as often as I can. But which is more difficult to you, being a vocalist or being a frontman? Because there is a difference.
Oh, it's being a front man. Like by far. I would like to be in the back with the drummer sitting on a stool, you know?
I feel
But
like
I
that's
gotta
the
be in
most
the
common
front.
answer is people saying the frontman, just because like you can learn to do vocals and you can do them, and I've seen vocalists and there's no shot at anybody. They can do everything, the range, they can do all
Hmm.
kinds of crazy stuff. But as far as like commanding the crowd, they lack that. And then on the flip side, there's vocalists who maybe don't have the range and they're kind of limited, but do they run a room, like they have people doing anything and everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I know how to scream in a microphone, and that's what I wanted to do, but I never thought I'd have to do all that comes with it, you know. It's like talking to people and like just like do speeches between songs, and the guys keep telling me like, "Come on, Terry, like you got to prepare a speech and you got to like, you know, get everybody together and whatever." And I'm like, "Dude, can you guys do that?" Like like good thing our bassist is he's doing like some vocals as well, and he's like really more extrovert compared to me, so he's like really good at filling those spaces.
Yeah.
And I like having space between songs because I'm tired, like I gotta drink water. It's like my time to, you know, rest a bit, and it's like you guys want me to talk during that time, like
It's
what
it's
the
rough
hell?
on us. Like
Oh
like you said, I
yeah.
mean, everybody else is getting their tuning, they're getting a breather, they're getting a drink. We're over
Yeah.
there, gasping for air, like, all right, trying to catch our breath, and we
Yeah.
still have to like engage and keep everybody busy. It's a whole different skill set being the front man. Like there's a lot to it.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing I gotta work on the most, like when it comes to like doing live shows.
Do you kind of play
I
off your
gotta
bass player with what he says, like messing with
Yeah.
him?
I feel like I've worked on a lot on my on my stage presence, like during the song, but it's the in between the songs that I lack, because like during a song I can be like in a character, like, you
Yeah.
know, in a fictional character, like spitting at people and shit, but like I can't just do that between songs. It's kind of weird, so I'm like, you know.
I guess you could, but it would be a little different. Just
Oh yeah, like I'm not backed up by like this evil sound. I'm just like my small voice there.
it's a skill set though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
It definitely takes getting used to. Like it's not something you think about when you get into it until you kind of have to do it, and then you're just like, oh yeah, it kind of falls
Hmm.
on me now to
Yeah.
figure it out, sink or swim, if you will, and keep people into it.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Okay, tough question time for you. This one sucks. I warn everybody,
Oh
this is a
no.
pretty shitty one, but it's fun. Do you have a favorite lyric? It can be one of your own or it can be someone else's that just stands out to you. It's a rough one. That's why I'll warn everybody, because it's hard to like think of something on the spot.
I think I don't even remember my lyrics now that that you just mentioned it. Probably gonna be like in our song River of Bodies, but I'd have to like because like the song is about like this basically this guy dying, and like he's in his room and death like approaches him from the shadows to take him on this journey from like in between life and death. So it's probably like walls around are made of solidified blood. I think I like that one. Tall figure creeps in from the growing shadows.
Okay. Nice. Do you
I like
have?
the
Is there?
the visuals it brings to me. I like this.
Gotcha. Nice. Very nice. Um, is there anybody else's lyrics that stand out too? Anybody you can think of it like a lyric or
Oh,
something?
um, from somebody else.
You don't have to have one. I was just asking. It doesn't matter. I like to give the yours or someone else's or both if you have one, just because.
Dude, like usually I'd have like so many, but I can't think of one.
It's rough on the spot.
Yeah, I know. Um, shit. It would probably be from like Earthless from Humanity's Last Breath, but I can't think of
Ooh. Okay.
the line I have in mind. Oh shit.
Okay.
Yes. Like the dark imagery they have in that song, like in the lyrics. I said I don't read lyrics, but sometimes I do. And in that one I was like really mind blown. I remember being like, "Oh, that shit's so fucking cool."
Great band.
But I can't like say what it is because I don't remember.
All good. Hey, you gave us the song. That's good enough. That works. Okay. So, what kind of tips do you have for songwriters as far as like lyrics, patterns, flow, cadence, all that good stuff?
um, Biggest tip would probably be to plan some breathing space because that's a trap you can fall into where you're like, it sounds so cool, but then you get live and you're like, oh shit, I'm screaming half the song. Yeah, probably that, and like uh getting creative with like the different sounds that the words have to offer because there's like so many ways to like pronounce sounds, and since like we're doing metal vocals, um it's kind of hard to tell what you're saying, which like gives you liberties to have fun with the pronunciation, you know, like you can go from like distortion placement like really in the back with like a low tunnel to like a front distortion placement toilet bowl-ish to do the sound like boring, like bol, you know. It's like you get all this stuff available to you.
Okay. Nice. And that was
Yeah.
it's almost like you knew these questions because that was a perfect segue to do you have a favorite song or part to do live vocally? And on the other side of that, is there a part that you dread? Because as you just mentioned, we don't always think about breathing in the studio when we're writing stuff, and then it bites us in the ass when it's time to do it live, and we're like, oh no, did not think about how rough this would be, and I have to breathe.
I feel like the hardest song that we've got we don't do anymore, so like I'm pretty like satisfied with our set right now. You know, I got to adjust my songs, but like a favorite probably gonna be the breakdown of Cenotaph, our song, or the breakdown of Immolation, just because like it's like our two main breakdowns where it's like it kind of goes really slow and vocals led, I guess, vocally
Yeah.
led. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are really cool because it's like, you know, people are always like, you know, start clapping because they think the song's over or whatever, and it's just like explodes in your face.
Nice. Very nice. What was the
Love
one
that.
that isn't in the set anymore that you dreaded a little bit? It was rough.
Oh, never ending. So that song, and the guys like on like drums and bass and guitars, they're also like really happy it's not there anymore because it's like it's so fast and it's just so filled of like everything, and vocals is hard as well. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hard song. I'm happy it's not there anymore. We might bring it back at some point, but yeah.
Maybe not. Write new stuff. No need to bring it back.
Yeah, yeah, I'd rather have that. Yeah, new stuff.
Okay. So this next one, we're getting to kind of some of the fun, goofy questions. This next one's inspired by Adam D of Killswitch and Kyle Medina of Body Snatcher. But do you have a
Mm-hmm.
favorite call out? It can be. I know there's the normal ones that most people do, and those are fine. It's completely cool. But then there's like the off the wall, like Kyle and them like to do that. Just they say completely random things before the stupidest breakdowns, and you're just like, wait, what? What did he just say? And then everybody goes crazy.
I mean, does it have to be like one of
No,
my
it can
call
be
outs,
it
or
can
it's
be one
like
of yours. It can be
anybody's?
someone else's.
I mean, we just did a tour with Keonashi and Peter. Their frontman is he has like really funny call outs. He just like he's just gonna it's different every night too, and it's just gonna be like in what city are we? And there's just like breakdowns. Like, what the fuck? Shit like that. Like, is it Friday or Thursday? It's like,
That's
that shit
a
cracked me
skill
up.
set too. That's part of like I don't know. Like Kyle's really good at that. Just like he say like there's no guac Chipotle or something, and then the breakdown will happen.
Yes.
Or now
Yeah.
now
These
they have
call-outs are
they've got a segment
killing
which
me.
is golden. I don't know if you've seen it on social media, but it's he'll go out into like the line waiting to get in the show, and he'll have like a microphone, and he'll just go up to a random person and be like, hey, give me a mosh call. And then he's getting everything from like, what's a mosh call to I'll get back to you. And then he'll cut to him at the show, and it'll be right before breakdown, and he'll yell like, what's a mosh call? Or he'll say like, I'll get right back to you. And then like they'll hit the breakdown, and kids are just like
Yeah.
stage diving, going nuts, and it's
But the
great.
songs are so perfect for that too, and it's just like it just really works. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, his call
so
outs
fun.
are great. They're great.
Okay, sweet. So this next one is sports inspired because a lot of times athletes can be superstitious. They'll have to do certain things before games or matches or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like to ask, do you have any pre-show or studio rituals? Like it can be anything from I've had fist bump with the band, like hey, good luck out there. To don't say good luck, don't say good show, don't say anything until you leave the city. To drinking a certain color Gatorade, to show socks, show shoes, clothes, whatever. Like it can be all kinds of stuff.
Um, Not really, but I know I said I don't drink before shows, but um, during our cross Canada tour last year, um, we just got so tired at some point. Like I think it was like third of the way within like the tour, and we started doing Jaeger bombs before shows.
Okay.
So I guess that can count
Yeah, that
as
definitely
a
counts.
ritual. We don't
There's
do it anymore, but yeah,
there's a
that
lot of vocalists they'll take like a shot of something. I feel like Jameson is something that
yeah,
is brought up a lot that people will shoot before a set, maybe like a shot, maybe a beer or something, and then they'll go do their thing.
yeah,
Just loosen you up, I guess, if you will.
yeah. Well, it's just like it really did help like back then because I really like I was so tired, and like being tired on stage, it's not it's not good. Like you're gonna run out of like air, and like you're not gonna breathe properly, and you're gonna move less. The show is gonna be like overall not as good. So yeah, I think it was a good thing
Okay.
that I did that. But do not drink before shows, guys.
Listen, kids, follow advice.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any fun tour stories for us that you can share? They can see the light of day. We always have to like put a disclaimer, I guess, because some stuff probably does not need to be said or shared.
um, Fun tours. Oh, but well, that same tour that we did last year. There is like this dive bar. Forgot what it's called. Oh, the guys would be so mad at me for not remembering how it's called. But it's like in the West in Canada. They're like everywhere, right? And like over there, like the big thing is like they take Polaroids photos of you, and basically you sign the photo and they put it on the walls, So we just like hit up every one of them. So we got like our pictures in like most of them out west. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
that was cool. Yeah. I
Nice.
don't think we have like crazy stories. We're relatively good boys.
Relatively.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite tour that stands out to you, like that you've enjoyed, or a favorite
probably that
show, either or?
probably that same one. But favorite show would probably be during that tour last year. In it was on the Halloween show in was it Nelson? I think it was Nelson in BC, so really out west in Canada. And we all dressed up like black metal. And to be honest, like I was really against it at first, but I just got really into it. It just like gave me this mask, to hide behind. Like these people don't know what my face looks like. So we got really intense during that show, and it was really really cool. Yeah, the place was really nice as well. Sound was great. So yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Favorite tour mates, like bands to go on tour with.
Probably the guys we just toured with. So the guys from Keonashi and Actor Observer. That was really cool. Yeah, the guys are really really nice people. We had a lot of fun. If we
Okay.
didn't like all get sick, it would have been like a perfect tour, I think. Yeah.
It's crazy how like some tours just like the synergy or whatever, the chemistry just it's great and it just makes for such a fun experience.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
chaos. Every venue it's like or stop is just pure chaos.
Yeah, that tour was really cool. It's just like the bad luck of like everybody getting sick.
So what you said you guys are working on writing right now? You writing like a
Yeah.
full length or an EP or are you allowed to say?
I don't know if we're allowed to say.
Okay.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
writing something more than a single probably, possibly.
Yeah, we're probably gonna work on like 2 or 3 songs. I don't know if it's like gonna be released as singles or as an EP. Not sure. Can't
Got
say
got
because I lack the knowledge.
got to stay tuned to the socials, folks, to see what's
Yes.
coming. Okay, so we kind of talked about behind your wall. We're completely derailing again, but do you watch much anime? And if so, do you have a favorite anime?
I am currently rewatching Naruto with my girlfriend.
Okay.
I am also watching Demon Slayer, but I read the manga. I didn't see the movie though, so I
I
gotta
have.
see
You talking about
that.
the new movie, the Infinity
Yeah,
Castle? Yeah, I haven't either, and it's driving me nuts.
yeah, yeah. I just really want to see it
Yeah,
because last season was so good.
yeah.
Um,
That part
and
in the
I
books
watched.
is so sick.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
I told you I was a novice. I haven't watched a ton of anime. I've been getting into it, getting suggestions from people, what to check out, and me and my wife started Demon Slayer, and we instantly were like hooked, big time.
Oh yeah. The
And
pacing is really good.
we got caught up, was watching everything as it come out, and it ended. The last anime was Hashira Training,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, I cannot wait. Like, it's bugging me. Like, I need to know what's happening. Like, I felt like it was eating away at my soul because I was like playing out scenarios in my head. It was bad. Like, I would
Yeah.
tell her, I'm like, what if this happens? And friends of mine, they're like, oh, well, I read the manga, I already know. And I'm just like, all right, that's
Yeah.
it. And so I read the whole manga, and now I'm content. Now I just want to watch the movies because I want to see it. I know it's going to look killer live.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The animations are so
oh,
good.
it's been so good for all the stuff. Like, the fights are
Mm-hmm.
about to be insane.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it's probably like Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, which like I preferred like the earlier seasons compared to like the later ones. But I mean, it's just preference.
I
And
It took
yeah.
me a while to get through that. I really dug the earlier ones, and then there's like one season in particular I feel like was really long and slow, and I know it had like crucial story stuff, but it kind of lost me a little bit. And
Yeah.
then I really liked the ending, like that last little bit, like I guess the movies or whatever they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those got pretty
I feel
cool.
like I stopped like I guess I got a bit disappointed when they like fully switched to like 3D animations instead of like the hand-drawn animations that they had going before, which were like crazy good.
Yeah.
And they just went to like full 3D, and I was like, whoa, this is kind of boring. you know?
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. You ever watch the Berserk anime?
No, it's like really old.
Yeah, there's how many is there now? There's one from like the 90s.
Yeah, which is like the best one.
Yeah. And then there was one that I was told not to watch that the animation was just awful. And I can't it
Yeah.
was sometime like 2010, 20 I don't know,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
2013 or something like that.
Yeah, I was told that one sucks from animation. I may still watch it, but I don't know. And then there is a set of movies that I was told to watch because I hadn't seen Berserk at the time. It was like the golden age of something.
Mm.
It was like pretty much the whole up until the like a little past the eclipse.
Yeah.
And like it covered that, like that whole little section, like with the Band of the Hawk and whatever. And it was really good. But that was kind of like my introduction.
I have not seen the movies, nor have I like heard of it before. So I don't know. But like I know that like there's a like a video game, and the animations in the video game, like the cutscenes are like better than any anime that was made for the like the the manga. So
I'm intrigued by this
Yeah.
video game.
yeah, there's some edits on YouTube of like people that put the cutscenes together, and it looks really cool.
Okay. May have to check that out.
Mhm.
Learning here first. Okay, so music video. How fun are music videos?
Sometimes they're not. Yeah, most times they're
How
not.
was
I
it
feel.
doing your first one? Because I know my first one, I was just like, this is the most awkward thing ever.
I mean, first one I was like with my previous band, and it was basically my friend who was like filming it because we were like in film school at the time, and so we like rented the smoke machine and the camera and lenses, and we filmed that, and I edited the music video. So it wasn't like that bad because it was like in a garage and like controlled environment. It wasn't, like difficult. But
Yeah.
like the music videos we had with Salem is like always in the fucking sun. And I'm always like sunburned at the end for like days. It's like, guys, I put sunscreen on, but it's never enough. So yeah.
So you got
And these days are long. Like when you're like in the sun for like 5 hours, 6 hours, like that's a long day. You're
Yeah.
so exhausted at the end. Yeah.
and you have to go like full like stage performance too every time. You gotta like
Oh yeah, you got to
send
go
it.
crazy, or else it's just gonna look weird.
Yeah.
You can't be like, I was tired during that
Yeah.
shot. No,
You
dude,
can't
gotta
like
look
you can't
good.
phone it in because that's the take they'll use, and you're just looking, especially the front
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. You got to look at your best for every shot,
It's a
and
burden.
that's difficult.
So you mentioned film school. You dabble in all that, right? You do like photography and video and all kinds of stuff, correct? Isn't that what I saw?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a video editor.
Nice.
So outside of music, that's what I do. I also film and stuff. Like I recently did a promo shoot for Kyonashi on our last show that we played with them.
Sick.
Yeah.
How long have you
So
been
I'm
doing all
having a
that?
good amount of time. I don't remember exactly. I've been editing since I was 15 or 14, so that's like 11 years. 11, yeah, 10 or 11 years. And I've been like filming stuff pretty recently because I just bought a very good rig, which is like they're so expensive these
Yeah.
days. It's like so crazy. But like I used to film like here and there for friends, but never like professionally. So it's like filming is more recent.
So when are you gonna take over the filming for Salem?
I want to do something for them. Like I mean, I film like all my vocal social media
Yeah.
videos, and I do edits for them. I did a few for like guitars and stuff. But like it's kind of hard to film and be in the video
Yeah.
at the same time. So I'm still like, brainstorming how I could possibly be able to do that. But if I'm not able to, I mean, we got like good people that can take care of great videos. I mean, like the last one, Stacy filmed it, friend of the band, and he's really, really good at it. It's really
Oh yeah.
cool.
So if any bands or anybody is interested in like promo pictures or film or anything, where's the best place for them to hit you up, or are you taking clients?
Well, it depends if they're close to me.
Good point. Good point.
Because I'm up there, in Canada. But I mean, yeah, I'd be down too, depending
Or
on
even editing projects,
project.
I guess.
Oh yeah, editing is like I love doing that. Editing is really really cool. But they can hit me up on my Instagram
Okay.
at what is it? Thierry.Patenaude, if they can write that down.
Hell yeah. Nice. Well, I've taken up a lot of your time. I appreciate it. Again, I really appreciate your time very much for doing this. It's an honor to chat with you, and I've been stoked about this. I have two questions for you to kind of end things off. The
Yep.
first is I want you to plug. We kind of already talked about kind of what you do on the side, but plug anything you want to plug. The floor is yours for that.
Well, if you guys are interested in Salem Trials music, you can check out Salem Trials Band on Instagram or on YouTube and TikTok as well. We post a lot there. And if you're interested in seeing vocals, videos, covers, or whatever, there's my YouTube channel, Thierry Patenaude, which is my name, and Instagram as well.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty much it.
All right, and I will post the descriptions for those or the links down in the description for you, and we'll promote those as well. Nice.
Cool.
And then what I like to do to end is maybe there's a vocalist out there that's brand new. They're scouring the internet, they're looking for advice, want to get started, they're aspiring, or maybe there's someone that's been doing it for a little bit and they're kind of in a rut and they need some help to get over that, or even veterans that have been doing it a while. I mean, like you said, we're always all learning. We're all evolving, hopefully, if you're not just stuck in your ways. I mean, all of us should be evolving and learning, and there's so much stuff out there, and there's so many ways to do things that you should. I feel like it makes you a better musician. But anyways,
Yeah.
what kind of advice would you give to those people?
Don't give up, I guess. And also don't try to sound like anybody else. You can take away like techniques and sounds from people, but don't try to be someone else because you're gonna be ultimately disappointed. It's like what makes this art very beautiful and very interesting to me is the fact that everybody has a different sound and a different approach, different choice of words, patterns in their vocals, everything. So just try to find your voice, I guess.
Very well said. It's almost like you knew the stuff we talk about on here a lot, because that is something. Being unique and being yourself and finding your voice is like something I feel like we always try to like hammer home, because it's very, very important. We always say, there's Phil, I guess, is like one of the most common people we use, but there's a Phil Bozeman. There's no point in you trying to be Phil Bozeman, because we already have one. Be you. Be the first, whoever you are.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, Phil Bozeman, like at some point, he was not known as Phil Bozeman. He was just like some guy,
Yep.
and people were like, "What the hell?" So you never know.
Yep. Exactly.
He just worked on his art till the point people were like, "Oh, that's his sound."
Yeah. Or like Will from Lorna Shore. He had been doing vocals for I forget how many years, and now people are trying to imitate him. Wanting to be like him. He got his voice. He learned what he could do, and he's just keep practicing. Like you said, take tips and tricks and techniques from people, and just try to apply them to your voice and like add to your arsenal.
Yeah.
But find what you do and what you do well, and hone your craft.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Well, Terry, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. It's been a blast chatting with you. And And I'm stoked. I'm stoked to see what you guys have next.
Well, thank you for having me. And
Absolutely.
yeah, it was a pleasure.
And if anybody wants merch, such as myself or anybody, where would they find merch? Do you guys have merch online?
Yeah, if you guys go on the page Salem Trials Band and hit the bio there should be a link to our merch.
There you go. Go buy some merch, people. Go support the band. They need all the support. Every band needs support. Support them. Stream their music. Buy merch. Go to shows. Do the things. All right, Terry. Well, have a good one. Thank you so much again. I really, really appreciate it. And you're the man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much for watching or listening to this episode of Behind the Vocals featuring Terry from Salem Trials. Please be sure to check out all the links down below to go support Salem Trials on their socials, as well as keeping an eye out for new music and tour dates, shows, much, much more. Also be sure to check out Terry's personal Instagram as well as YouTube and go show him some love there. Thank you all so much for watching or listening. I greatly, greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys and gals on the next one.